Hello, everybody. What's up? There we go. I took out my earrings to go lay down outside in the grass with the child. So now I need to put my earrings back in. My hair is a total disaster, and it's hilarious. Hi, Uncle Big Guy. How are you? Hopefully my signal is okay. They're working on my internet like all the time, and they're going to be supposedly running. What is this? I don't know what that is. Running fiber optics. Supposedly they're going to be running fiber optics. Hi, Blaze. Thank you, by the way, Blaze, for all of the secretarial work you've been doing over in the Mighty Network. I saw some people were like, oh, I'm going to be in the meeting. You're like, that was yesterday. And they're like, oh, what about the live? And they're like, oh, yeah, that's tomorrow. And it's so funny. I was like, oh, Blaze is awesome. Lindsay is talking to me. Really? Why are you talking to me? I want to hear this. Oh my gosh, no. Lindsay and Neely and I have a Marco Polo. If you guys have never used Marco Polo, go check out the app. It is so much fun. It's like walkie-talkie videos. So you can just like boop, 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 really fast back and forth. It's awesome. Hello, Keto Mama. And Lisa and Kimberly and Julia and Sylvia and Alan's awesome keto world. Oh my gosh. Too funny. So, hey guys. Today's going to be a short video. I have a slight headache. Hey, Maris. I have a slight headache. I'm not feeling super great. I woke up, my throat was hurting this morning. So I'm not sure what I'm fighting. I actually was just outside sitting with Bella in the grass in the sun, just relaxing. And I think after this, we're actually going to go down to the creek. And I'm going to go put my feet in the water. Look, there's Lindsay. I'm going to go put my feet in the water and chill and see if that kind of helps a little bit. I might take a remedy. I don't know. I gotta like look in my book and see what remedies may help. I'm actually drinking some electrolytes right now because I don't know. Like I'm off. I'm not feeling great. Hey, Thomas. And hello, Mr. Tito. So that's my plan for today. I figure I won't be on for too super long today. I was talking with my husband earlier. I've had some very interesting messages lately. And so I was kind of complaining to him a little bit and trying to work through some of them. And he was like, I think you need to talk about this in your network today. Right? He's like, not on your network, on your live today. And I was like, you know what? I think you're right. I probably do. And it's actually something that he's been telling me I have been doing too much of for about a year. So it's kind of my own fault that we have, reached this point. But me being who I am, I kind of don't let stuff. I know I don't ever listen to my husband on time. It's bad. Do we ever really listen to our spouses when we should? I'm working on that. I really am. Blaze said I've been bouncing back and forth from Mighty Network. Oh, and your officers group. It's been a long day. Sorry, Blaze. But yeah, so it's been about a year that my husband has been telling me, babe, you're giving away too much of yourself for free. And I'm like, but I need to, they need me. They need to know. And all marketing, all business, everything, they're like, you got to create the value of what you have or what you are. And then you can, hi, Kiki. And then once people see that you have value, you can say, okay, now this is what I'm worth, and charge what you're worth. So that's what I was doing. I was creating that value, but I got so excited and overzealous because it's changing lives. And I'm like, people need to know this. I literally sit on this phone anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day answering questions for free, whether it's Messenger or if it's Instagram or if it's in the Mighty Network. I will sit there and I will answer questions over and over and over and over. And because I really, really, really worry, I really care about people. And so I'm always doing that. And I have been cutting back. And I've been doing less and less because I have to, which is why I do 2 lives a week and then 2 videos a week, because the videos take so long to edit. But I still want to give you guys content because I'm still really passionate about it. But these messages, some of them go on for hours, weeks, months, where it's just a little thing, or sometimes it's this flood of, I need you to tell me what to do. And I'm like, well, you can go join my Mighty Network. There's a free area. There's a VIP group if you want more attention. I even offer personal coaching. You can go to my Facebook group and join that. So then they do that. They go and they join, and then they message me again privately. And they're like, okay, now I need you to tell me what to do. That's not what that is. The VIPs is not for you to private message me and get personal coaching. The VIPs is the coaching group where we sit together and we learn together, which I think is so amazing in these platforms, the Mighty Network, Facebook. Facebook is free, because then when one person asks a question, I can answer that question, and 970 people in my Mighty Network in the free area can learn from that one question. That saves me so much work and so much energy, because people don't understand. I literally get dozens of messages a day asking these types of questions. And this is where it gets difficult, because I could answer, and they're almost always the exact same question too. I mean, you guys, it's so funny. Like, I'll laugh. Oh, another one. Mark that down as 5. It's kind of a running joke around here, because people are asking the exact same questions. So I've started saying, go over to the group and ask it publicly over there. Because one, a lot of people who have just gone through this can speak to it, and then I can answer and I can tell you what I have seen, but then everybody gets to learn. And, oh, I know you don't, Blaze. I actually got mad at Blaze the other day. I was like, text me, because she helps me so much that I'm like, no, I need your number. So text me. So she finally did. So I actually have Blaze's number. Blaze's is my like right-hand woman. But that's what people are getting to. The entitlement is getting a bit much. And they're like, well, I'm paying you $30 a month for your VIP. You should give me some macros. I'm like, I can't. I don't know enough about you to give you macros. And if you want macros, go watch my lives. I'm like, I've literally been talking about this since I'm back. Let's talk about Dr. Boz. All the way up until now, almost every single live has been about this way of eating. And I'm like, it's free. Put it on 1.5 or 2 speed and listen to it in the background while you're doing other things. If they're not willing to do that, then I'm not sure that I'm going to be a good fit for them, because I've never been here's your meal plan, here are your macros, stick to them. That's just not who I've ever been. I'm like, no. You're going to work for your success, because it's personal for you. And that's the part that a lot of people have a hard time with, is taking responsibility for their own actions versus if I give you a meal plan and macros and it doesn't work, then you come back at me and go, your plan didn't work. When there's a lot more to it than that. So yeah, right, Chrissy? But I want people to come and join the VIPs. $30 a month. The price goes up September 1st. So get in now, and then you keep your $30 for as long as you're with me. Because then you ask these questions in the group setting. You can ask them just in the VIPs if you want it to be a little bit more private, or you can ask it in the main forum because then the free people learn too. So you get to make that choice, but then everybody gets to learn. I'm like, that's really the goal, but I can't answer the same question 17 times. And I got to the point where I was like, copy and paste. I was literally doing that. And my husband was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm being an idiot. That's what I'm doing. So it's like, no. There has to be a better way to do this. So that's why I focus on my groups. Because I am, my internet is, hang on, wait. Okay. We'll see if it's better. Okay. Hopefully it's okay. Maybe. I don't know. My hair is a giant disaster. Anyways, that's one of the reasons I focus so much on my groups. And the other reason I was screaming at my husband. I was making sure he was offline and everyone was offline. Hi, Susanna. That's one of the reasons that I'm pretty strict and pretty harsh in my groups. Couldn't hear me for a second. I did mute myself so I could scream at people. That's why I have the standards for my group that I do. Hi, Lori. I have been told, I want to say probably 24 times that this is the safest place. My two groups, either Facebook, the free group on Facebook, or my Mighty Network free or VIP. So technically 3 areas. I have been told at least 24 times, this is my favorite group. This is the safest place I've ever been. Thank you for no dogma. Thank you for creating this environment. I expect a lot from the people in my life. I expect a lot from my children. I expect them to act like humans and not like animals. And I expect the same thing from people online. I live by the golden rule, treat others as you want to be treated. I don't like it when someone comes to me and tells me you should do this. I don't like that. So I don't do that to other people. I say, well, this is what happened to me when I tried that and it didn't work out well for me. So this is what I do now. And that has a totally different vibe than you should do this. So I enforce that in my groups. And I will message someone and I'll say, you know what? Can you do me a favor and please respond only from personal experience? Because we can parrot anything. Which is why I was teaching you guys about the protein sparing modified fasting, because I was regurgitating to you what I had been taught. For me personally, it didn't work. But for some people, it does. So I'm not going to say, oh, no, don't do that. It's terrible. Because that's not true. I know a lot of people who it works out fabulously for. That is fine. I am responsible for me, and they can be responsible for them. They get to make their own choices. So that is why I'm pretty strict in my groups. And I try to always reiterate, please speak from your experience, not from your knowledge base. Because there is a difference. Oh, well, Dr. Fung says this. Yes, Dr. Fung does say that. But for some people, that doesn't work. And we relate to each other so much better when it's on a personal basis of, I did that and it didn't really work. And I understand that people are desperate. They are absolutely desperate for an answer. I have been desperate for an answer for over 3 years. And every time I think I have it figured out, something changes and it's like, back to the drawing board. And it's exhausting. The problem is when people start demanding that I solve their problem. And not only that, but for a minimal fee or for free. And we all know that absolutely nothing is free. Absolutely nothing. And it's not my job to fix people for free. And I was actually talking to Lindsay and Neely just before I came on here. Lindsay did. She was like, what are we talking about? What you going to be talking about? I'm going to be listening. What are you going to be talking about? So I told them, and they both were like, yeah, it's amazing how many people want my services for free. And I don't know if that's just because we put it a bunch out on YouTube for free, but it's different. Like if you want me to sit there and listen to your story and get to know you, that takes time. And I want to dedicate my time to you. But my time, I'm worth something. And it actually took me a really long time to accept that. Like, again, my poor husband, he's been telling me our entire marriage, you are smart and you are worthy and you are worth listening to. But I didn't start to really truly believe it until like a year ago. And maybe that was it. I really didn't think I was worth listening to until it was just before I started my Mighty Network. Where I told him, I was like, yeah, no, I need to wait until I have like 100,000, 200,000 subscribers before I start a Mighty Network. No one's going to want to listen to me. And he's like, yes, they will. So circumstances happened and I ended up doing it a lot sooner. But then I realized, oh, they do want to listen to me. Okay. Maybe I am worth something. And that's where I have to start putting that boundary in place for myself, because then that shows that self-love and that self-respect for me, that I am worth something. And I can't just keep giving myself away to everybody for free all the time. I don't even do that with my kids. My kids have chores. They have responsibilities. They have things that they have to do to help this family. Because if we work together, then things get done a lot faster. It was adorable before Cassidy and Noah left, and it was me and the three littles, because all my big kids aren't here right now. It was me and the three littles, and every flat surface had stuff on it. Every single flat surface. Like there was a catch-all, and it was bad. Like there was not this much space on any flat surface that was not covered in something. And so I was like, okay, I need help. And normally I would have the big girls help me do it. So I told the kids, I said, okay, I'm going to ask you guys for 30 extra minutes of chores today. Just 30 minutes. And I said, I need help cleaning up the stuff. I can't do it real well by myself. I said I could, but it's going to take me a long time. You guys have been asking me to watch a movie or to play a game with you. And in order to make time for that, I need your help. So can you guys give me 30 minutes? And they're like, yeah, we're ready. We're going to help you for 30 minutes. So I set a timer for 30 minutes because I'm not about to use the situation. So I set a timer for 30 minutes and we cleaned. Let me tell you, we got almost every flat surface clean. Just about everything got put away. And they didn't like, fine, where does this go? They were like running, where does this go? And then they'd go put it away. Then they'd come in. They were so excited. So After the 30 minutes, the timer goes off and I go over and I stop it. And I said, guys, you just saved me 2 hours of work. And they went, no, we didn't. They're like, no, you're faster than us. And I said, no, you saved me 2 hours of work. I said, I did 30 minutes. Cassidy did 30 minutes. Noah did 30 minutes. And Bella did 30 minutes. 30 and 30 is 60 is an hour. 30 and 30 is 60 is an hour. That's 2 hours of work that I would have had to do by myself. You guys helped me because when we work together, it works so much better. And their little minds were blown. They were like, we really helped you. I said, yes, you really did. And this is why I love these communities, whether it's Facebook or the Mighty Network, because when we help one another and we don't tell each other what to do or how to do it, my kids, when they start doing that, I'm like, excuse me, you don't need to be the boss of him. Yes, you are older than him, but that doesn't mean that you need to be bossy. You can still have respect for your younger brother because you want to teach him with your actions. You want to teach him to be respectful back to you. Set a good example. And that's what I expect in my groups. I know I have people in my groups that are older than me. I know I have people that are my same age, some people that are younger than me. But I was raised to be very respectful to all people. It doesn't matter who you are, where you came from, what you do. It does not matter. I was taught to be very respectful to everyone and to also expect respect in return because I am worth it. And so that is the basis on which all of my groups exist. Some are way older than me. Hey, I'm 42 and I'm a grandma, okay? I do have an old soul. So that is the foundation of my groups. It will always be the foundation of my groups. And I have to start sticking up for myself and listening to my husband, right, Thomas? Because I am worth it. And our family is worth it. And I would love to say that I don't care about money, but money is a battery that helps to power other things because my time is worth something. And you guys can't come through and give me some cow. You know, some people do pay me in gifts. They send me things, and I am so blessed by every single one of them. But having to actually put that boundary there to say, if you want my time, I'm going to have to ask for something else in return because I cannot sacrifice my family's interaction with me to give it away to a stranger. And that's where the real crux of the problem is that I began putting strangers over my children and over my husband and over myself. So I'm beginning to really have to enforce these boundaries. And there's a lot of people who are not happy about it. And I find it very interesting because I was never raised to be entitled. And of course, this generation, some of the generations since mine have been very interesting. And even our older ones, you know, we were like, no, we're not raising them to be entitled, but we kind of did. And now we can see it. And it's like, okay, back to basics, back to the way that we were raised, back to that, because the older ones, they were like, yeah, no. When are you going to get me a car? I can't even hardly afford my own car. And I'm sorry, what? You know, things like that. So we've gone like back to basics with these younger ones. I'm like, and back to we know what works because it worked for my husband and I. But so I was talking with my husband, kind of complaining a little bit. And he was like, I'm glad you're finally sticking up for yourself. It's like, I've been telling you to do it forever. I know. I'm sorry. And that's always the case, isn't it? Like the people that are the closest to us are the ones that we don't listen to, which in some cases is really good because they're telling us that our diet is going to kill us. Those people you can totally ignore. I'm just kidding. Let me see. Betsy says, Betsy, just a turtle. I love that. Oh my gosh. Hi, Amy. I never caught a live before. I just created my channel so I could comment and affirm that you are the best. You're so sweet. You're the most generous, and so are your people. I am so thankful. I love my people. I am addicted to my people. I really am. I never knew that so many of my closest friends, Chrissy, you were so sweet. Thank you. I never knew that so many of my closest friends were going to be from this experience. And it's been just such a blessing to me. These people have come into my life and that I get to do life with them. And the ones who show me the respect and who show me that they respect themselves. Those are the ones that I really, truly connect with. Those are the ones that I do bring into my inner circle. I don't do it with a lot of people, which is why Blaze wouldn't text me because she was like, no. Yes. So I am starting to do a better job of taking care of myself and saving myself for my family, which is why one of the reasons I'm only going to be on here for a little bit. You're so sweet. It was very, very sweet. And is it an avocado? I love it. Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be able to help the people that I can help, which is why I'm going to keep doing these lives, which is why I'm going to keep doing YouTube and why I'm going to keep putting out the free content so that if someone can't afford to come and join one of my groups, that's fine. I don't have to be, oh my gosh, you guys are going to make me cry. I don't have to be everyone's everything, but I want to help people. So my free content will always be here. I don't want anyone to think that I'm ever like, no, you have to come and, join my groups. The free content's going to be here. It's just that it's kind of like drinking from a fire hose sometimes, especially if you go back to the beginning of my lives. So much information. Oh my gosh. Thomas, you are so sweet. I'm so glad that I got to know you and have got to meet you. And too bad I couldn't go to the meetup. I know. It would have been so cool. Next year. It's going to be amazing. There was that is what as husbands are for. Yes. I told Richard, I was like, I don't feel super good. You know what I want to do as soon as I'm done with this? He was like, what? And I said, lay on your chest and watch a movie. I never do that. I never sit on my butt and watch a movie ever. Yes. Thank you, Lindsay. Yes. Watch the replays on 1.5 or 2 times the speed all the time. Thank you, board. Oh my gosh, you guys. That was not what I was getting on here to do today. But you guys are such a blessing. Thank you very, very much. I am so grateful to have all of you in my tribe because you are my people. I love it. I don't think I have a locals account. My husband does, but I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I don't know. Just found this chat. Yay. Hi, Shelly. Could you give me your thoughts on a caregiver for a 92-year-old grandma eating? Oh my gosh. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Rebecca and Lisa. On a 92-year-old grandma eating carnivore, all she wants is dessert. Got any carnivore dessert ideas? So in that case, I would suggest, what's it called? There's a protein powder that Danny is always promoting. What, Blaze, do you remember what it is? Is it Quest? Equip? Equip. I don't remember. Lisa, you're so sweet. Equip. Thank you. Equip protein powder is beef protein powder with, you can get chocolate, and then it's got some stevia in it. You could put that into a smoothie and turn it into an ice cream. Thank you, Neely. So you could make desserts with the Equip protein powder. Honestly, in that case, I would think that keto chow would be probably pretty good at that age. I have actually recommended keto chow to a lot of older people or their caregivers, and they literally live on those. I mean, Chris from Keto Chow did a whole month where all he had was 3 keto chow shakes a day, and that was all he did. Sylvia, you were so sweet. Thank you. And Mary, oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Betsy, I usually stay quiet. I barely have enough money for food, but I'll keep you in my prayers. I love every single prayer. I absolutely do. And I can feel them, and I know that they are working. And that is one of the only reasons that on the bad days, when the dogs are puking and the ducks are dying and there's a coyote, that I know that I make it through, because I've got so many people that are rooting for me, and I love it. Neely says, look at HLTH Health, I'm guessing. Health Code Shakes. Perfect Keto sells them, and they were developed by Dr. Ben Bickman. Awesome. So yeah, for anybody that is aging and they don't want to eat carnivore, or even I would say keto is absolutely better than nothing. But finding those shakes, those meal replacements, it's a whole lot better than the ones, the Ensure shakes that most of them are trying to be, promoted to have. That is my recommendation. Let me see what. Side note, our brains can assimilate the info better when it's coming at us faster, because we're forced to focus to catch what we need from the info. Lindsay is brilliant. Let me see. I know that there was another question. There was a something. Equip is just protein, not a meal replacement. Very true. Health Code and Keto Chow are both meal replacements. Yep. And so you can make all kinds of, there's a fudge that you can make with the Equip protein. Danny has it. Oh, thank you. Betsy, you're very sweet. You are very welcome. Danny has it on her Instagram, carnivore.keto.fitness. She has a fudge with that Equip protein powder, and you could replace it with any of the keto chows, anything like that. I'm convinced my grandma's pain at the end of her life would have been alleviated some if she hadn't been fed those awful Ensure drinks. Yep. I know. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You have no idea how much I beat myself up over Bella's birth and my pregnancy with Bella. Thank you very much, Robin. Because I didn't know. Because of what I didn't know. Is the flavor of the shakes really good? I think the Keto Chow shakes are phenomenal. You can make it with heavy cream. You can make it with butter. You can make it with avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil, whatever you want to make it with. You add your own fat. And then you blend them up, and they can be a fantastic meal replacement. You can do eggs in it as well. You can do them raw. And we actually did that for our ice cream, and then we'll par freeze them and eat them that way. You can make it the night before so that there's shakes for in the morning when you wake up. They're nice and cold and thick in the fridge. You can make so many recipes. I've got donuts and cakes and things like that can be made with the Keto Chow shakes. So I think that is where kids and the elderly, I think, are where Keto Chow really shines. It really, really is a fantastic tool. I think for most of us who are going for health, we're better to go with the whole foods, but if we can't for whatever reason, those are amazing replacements for a lot of people, as long as you can handle everything that's in it. We were talking about that in the Polo and the Marco Polo too, is that, like, yes, it has sucralose in it. For most people, sucralose is totally fine. But for some people, oh my gosh, Jennifer, you are so sweet. Thank you. You guys are just trying to make me cry, aren't you? I think that's what you guys are doing. If you can't handle one of the ingredients, then obviously it wouldn't work for you. But if you can, then I say go for it. Some of their flavors, not my favorite. Some of them are amazing. And that's why there's so many different flavors, because so many people have different thoughts. Different preferences, tastes. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not a fan. Yep. And for some people, like, I can't eat them. I absolutely cannot eat them. My favorite was Snickerdoodle. That was my favorite. I can't handle it though, at all. It makes me puff up like a blowfish, like a puffer fish. It's very sad. I tried peanut butter, peach, and some sort of tropical thing trying to make ice cream. Yeah. Those ones I thought were too powdery. But Snickerdoodle, or there's another, it's like English toffee or toffee something. Those were my favorite ones. Those were absolutely my favorite. My kids love the chocolate one for chocolate donuts. The strawberry, there is a strawberry that's sweetened with monk fruit. I think it's natural strawberry. That one makes chocolate toffee is actually really good too. Yeah, I can't handle them. They bloat me too much. But yeah, so I say that if you can handle it, that would absolutely be the only caveat to that, which is why I can never make someone a meal plan without their help, without their input and working on it with them to give them ideas for meals, because whey protein kills me. I can't have sucralose. I hate chocolate. Stuff like that. Kelly Hogan's Oopsie Cake is actually the base for my magic pumpkin cake. That is where my magic pumpkin cake came from. It's on my channel. It's like way back at the beginning of my YouTube world. And it's Kelly Hogan's Oopsie Cake is the base. I just added some other stuff to it. And you can leave out the pumpkin, but it does have a protein powder. It has Thomas DeLauer's cinnamon ice cream protein powder in it. That one works the best. It's expensive because they all are. But that's where it came from, was Kelly Hogan's Oopsie Cake. Because when we first transferred over, we still had that sugar addiction, the sweet taste, that we finally were able to come off of it and reduce everything. I think the electrolytes are helping. I had to stop doing key nutrients. I was swelling with that too. So this is Element Raspberry. So far, it seems to be doing pretty good. I can handle keto chow 3 days of eating it and an ice cream. I ended up in the ER after 5 days because I came constipated. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. Can't handle keto chow. Yeah. There's so many things I can't do. Like Dawn Dish soap. I got the free and clear. Nope. I don't think I can do it. But it suppresses me and it drains me and it makes me not feel good. And I have to wear gloves the whole time I'm doing it. And then that residue gets left on our plates. If we, you try to rinse it off, but you got to know that there's something left over. So I got to go back to Mrs. Myers and we'll use the Dawn to unclog the sink. That's about as far as it's going to go. Dawn is so scary. And it was even the free and clear, but it still has artificial scents in it. And I'm like, I tried it. I tried it even with gloves on. I just can't. So we'll save it for emergencies or something. My poor husband, I'm going to get off here in just a second. My poor husband, he works at a place that makes like drink packets and things like that. He comes home and he smells like grape bubblegum every day. And he has to take a shower every single day and scrub because all of the artificial chemicals and dyes and fragrances are all over him. So like he'll come home and I'll go to hug him and I always like to put my nose and my mouth right there in the crook of his neck. And I'm like, oh, grape today, huh? Oh, fantastic. Anything that does what Dawn does cannot be safe for humans. Nope. They have to use chemicals. Yeah, and they put it all over baby ducks. I know. I mean, it's better for baby ducks than the tar and the oil. That I would say is an appropriate use of Dawn, but I don't think that we should do it all the time. So which one would taste the most like a Dairy Queen milkshake with no aftertaste? I don't know. I've made a homemade weed killer with the Dawn dish soap too. A gallon of vinegar. It's like, what was it? A cup of Dawn? No, it was like less than that. It was like a half a cup of Dawn, 2 cups of salt. And then you boil the salt in a little bit of water and then add it to the vinegar and then put the Dawn dish soap in there and spray it. Best weed killer out there. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, I don't know, Shelly. Maybe someone, I don't know. I haven't tried all their flavors. So I really don't know. And it depends on which milkshake, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. I haven't tried all of them. They do have little packets. You could try the flavor packets. Banana is actually really good if you like banana cream pudding. You could make like a banana cream pudding replacement. And someone said that they made little wafers out of the Hawaiian sweet roll batter. They put, Lori says cookies and cream. So they made like little wafers, little dollops of the Hawaiian sweet rolls. And then those were kind of like vanilla wafers. And so they said that it was amazing banana pudding. So there's that potential, maybe. I use biodegradable dishwash and use a pan. My water always goes to my garden, nothing down the drain. Yeah, it's exhausting. Yes, Rebecca's going. I gotta go too. We should all go. I'm gonna go rest and let my tiny human, she likes to rub my forehead when I have a headache. She rubs it. Lisa just made the whipped brown butter and it was amazing. So thank you guys for showing me so much love and for your support. And thank you for being a part of my life and being in my groups with me. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you more than you will know. And I can't wait to see what happens next. It's going to be awesome. So you guys have a good day. I'm going to go lay on my husband's chest and watch a movie and be a good girl and take care of myself and snuggle with my tiny human. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.